Gee, we've had some far-fetched commentary on the Scott Morrison multiple ministries scandal since this broke. Yesterday was the best. We had the Deputy PM, Richard Marles, calling for severe consequences for the former PM. Of course, without a single illegality, that's way out of the park. Dream on. The Greens want some kind of huge Royal Commission-style fiasco established as well. They are dangerous. But at least we got some sensible commentary last night on Sky News from former PM Tony Abbott.
I'm not going to defend what was done. I'm just not going to defend what was done. We've got a report from the Solicitor General that clearly indicates that it is just highly unconventional, highly unorthodox, and shouldn't have happened. When you don't get good, sensible behaviour, the best recourse is through the political process.
Measured, dignified, accurate. That's the Tony Abbott we know. Credit to Anthony Albanese today, though, for not squeezing more blood out of this stone for a 10th consecutive day. He spent 9 endless days dancing on his predecessor's political grave, but even he balked at a 10th consecutive day. Former Prime Minister John Howard, though, is sensing how much Albo has milked this issue. Here's what he said in an interview to be screened tonight on Paul Murray's show.
I think Mr Albanese is being very unbalanced in his response. I mean, the idea that you'll have some kind of further inquiry, but banging on, I mean, 9 days of squeezing the lemon on a mistake, a political error. I just say to the new Prime Minister, he's a political opponent of mine, but I don't have any personal hostility to him. Get on with it.
Get on with it indeed, although everything seems to be on hold for this job summit next week. Maybe Albo will get down to business after the job summit. Who knows? But 2 miserable old ghosts have elected to take the Morrison multiple ministry scandal into a 10th day. Wouldn't you know it? Former New South Wales Labor Premier Bob Carr has stretched the issue further today, and that has to qualify him to join the miserable old ghost club, surely.
If ever there were to be a coup in Australia, abandoning our form of government, veering towards dictatorship, this is the path it would follow: a grab of power by the Prime Minister of the day, done in secrecy.
Oh, he wins. Hands down. That is so far-fetched. It could have led to a coup. He's the Prime Minister. He's not someone down the line. That's how a coup works, Bob. My goodness. Now we know what Morrison had up his sleeve. He wanted to mount a coup. Boy. But what really got up my nose today was the way Carr and the president of the club, Malcolm Turnbull, have turned on the Governor-General. As supporters of a republic, they don't want him to have any power, and he doesn't, as we know, but they somehow expect the Governor-General to be some kind of watchdog over the Prime Minister.
The Governor-General takes the advice of his Chief Minister, but certainly an obligation to ask questions, even delay an approval, and you would hope that the Governor-General would have been advised by his own advisors, preeminently his secretary, to tell the Prime Minister it is his strongest advice that the Prime Minister should make this arrangement public.
Dream on. As if the power, that kind of power, is rested in the Governor-General. And Malcolm was on the same page as Bob Carr today as he turned up the heat on the Governor-General as well, and the target of his revenge, Scott Morrison. He couldn't help but fuel the fire.
We are entitled to expect that all of our officials, whether they're in the Prime Minister's office, whether they're in the Department and Prime Minister and Cabinet, whether they're at Government House, should be defending the Constitution. And at the very least, putting up a big red sign that says, "Stop, Prime Minister, this is a really bad idea, think again."
Not when it's legally done. It wasn't an illegality. Just ask the Solicitor General. But what a surprise that the arch-Republican would take aim at the Governor-General. Can we please have one full day of peace without needing to refer to this chapter now confined to history?